Your body is not who you are. We transfer the human consciousness between bodies to live eternal life.
In Altered Carbon, we see that the maths has no rules. They have eccentric parties, they put slaves in a cage to fight to death, they put stocks in animals, they have peoples as pets. So do you think that if everyone could live forever, this would be the real face of the humanity?
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, for the elite. I think that's the complicated that's sort of the thesis of the show, that if we get immortality, we lose our humanity. As you see the Mets, they're basically not humans anymore. They don't view themselves as human. They see themselves as gods. And it's a very attractive idea to live forever. I think a majority of people, at least, if they got the opportunity, they would take it. But I think for society in whole, I think it would be devastating.
People that lived hundreds of years ago, if they looked at some of the things we do now, they would probably think we were animals. I know that we are so often really a product of our time, and even the restraints of our time are so impactful to who we are and the pace of the life that we live and the ways that we dream. And if you take away some of those restraints, who are we, and how unhuman could we become?
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely, it's terrifying to think about, but, you know, I think it's absolutely possible. Like, you were talking about history before, and then I was thinking about the gladiators, you know, like people, and they still put people and animals in cages to fight to the death in some places, and it's horrific. So if we're capable of horrific things now, I mean, to think what we'd become if we could live forever and there was no fear of death or consequence, like, yeah, I think that we would get even darker and more, you know, our minds would be so deranged at that point.
The universe of Altered Carbon is so rich that we want to see more of everything.
Okay.
But I think that one of the concepts that I like the most are the envoys. You girls totally rock. Would you like to see a spin-off or a second season more focused on the past and in their society before the war?
I'm not objective. Playing Cal, the leader of the envoys, and remembering how it felt to work with the group of actors that played the envoys and to live and play in the world that they created, Stronghold, and there's so many of the beautiful, the suspension bridge in Vancouver.
Oh my gosh,
to be in those places, it's like magic. I mean, I think about it and remember physically being there, and I just get a chill. It was so wonderful. So any opportunity to revisit those things would be welcomed by me. But I'm excited to be on a show where there's so many different factions that are equally as interesting and crucial to the telling of the story.
One of the sweetest scenes of the show is shared between Lieutenant Ortega and her grandmother during the Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
But at this very same episode, we have one of the most brutal and violent scenes.
Yeah.
How is to shoot the scene, and how is to be in a show with so many plot twists that not even your character is the same at every episode?
Yeah.
I think for that, that particular episode you're talking about, it's like it raises a lot of questions in terms of what this technology would mean for religion, because in the world that we're in the TV show, religion has evolved as well. And so the way it's portrayed is that they feel like if you use this technology to live forever, you're playing God. And so then it questions that. And in my character, with my family, they all believe that we shouldn't get re-sleeved, like we shouldn't get another body and continue living. But I believe in the benefits of that.
There's so much stuff going on at the same time. But all the while, we have this sort of investigation, this detective story that is sort of pushing the story forward and taking the audience on this ride. And so I think audiences are really going to like it.
And if you could bring a famous person back to life for just one day, like in the Dia de los Muertos.
Oh my gosh, a famous person.
That's so good. There's so many.
Oh God, I mean, I can't even answer that right now because I'd have to really think about it, and that's the first time I've thought about it, like since the show.
The question is, would we be so good as to not just do what happens in this show, and that is bring back somebody that we miss, that we personally knew? You know, as exciting as it would be to bring back some huge world leader that saved or created something or thought in some way that was so necessary. I mean, Jesus, okay, right? This is who we would say, tell us more, help us figure this out, you know. But, you know, or would we just be like, I really want to see my grandmother again. I really want to see them. And I think those are the things, which is the danger of the power is you know, how responsible we would be with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for this interview and good luck with the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone will like it.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.